What's up, you guys? Ross Sapp, managing editor of Fightful.com, here with a news update. And I don't think there could be a better time to be in the crossover coverage business as it pertains to pro wrestling, MMA, and boxing. I had that exclusive story today about Conor McGregor, WWE. No plans with them as of right now because Vince McMahon won't commit. That's up on Fightful.com. But shortly after I posted that, our own Carlos Toro posted a story of Dana White, UFC president, telling ESPN that the UFC and Floyd Mayweather are in talks. Floyd Mayweather kind of threw this out there last week. We ran the audio clip on the Holy Smokes MMA podcast that airs Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. But apparently he's not blowing smoke. Dana White said, quote, "We're talking to Floyd about doing a UFC deal. It's real. He was talking about boxing Conor McGregor. Was that real? Have you heard Floyd talk about many things that aren't real? He usually tips his hand when he's in the media, and then that shit ends up happening. We're interested in doing something with Floyd. Everything is a possibility. Mayweather versus McGregor fucking happened. Anything is possible," end quote. Mayweather did make these claims like last week on a live stream he did. I think it was on Instagram. And he said, quote, "They just called me not too long ago and asked me to come back. If I wanted to, I can come back to the UFC and go fight in the octagon. I could do a 3 or 4 fight deal in the octagon and make $1 billion. $1 billion, he ain't making $1 billion, but he can make a lot of money in the UFC. He will get a revenue share unlike any MMA fighter ever has. And for a guy like Conor McGregor, that's incredible leverage because Conor McGregor, every time he fights on a show, ends up being 1 million pay-per-views. Now, if Floyd Mayweather steps over into the MMA world and gets just a lunatic amount of money, then I really wonder if that's going to be a domino effect for other fighters. But a lot of people are asking, Mayweather versus who? It's not going to be against anybody good. I mean, if that's against Conor McGregor beats him in whatever amount of time that he wants to. We've seen that Conor McGregor can take a Floyd Mayweather punch and last 10 rounds. I don't know that there's anybody in the UFC that if they can close the distance that Floyd Mayweather can beat. I just can't accurately explain how important it is to have defended takedowns. Not just defended takedowns, but I mean, ever have trained them. He's a 40-something-year-old man that has never trained takedowns. As far as what he said in public, he never has. So I don't know that. I mean, here's the thing. It's not going to affect his boxing record. He's going to be 50-0 no matter what. His MMA record has nothing to do with his boxing record. But the thing is about Floyd Mayweather is he's a very smart man, and he is one of the ultimate crossover entertainers. We saw him move over to WWE a decade ago, and he did very, very well. For his first match that he's ever done, whoever laid it out for him did it perfectly for him. He faced a guy in the Big Show that was the right contrast of styles. Now, the difference is you're not working your match in MMA. Somebody on the live chat that just picked up said CM Punk. I posted on Twitter that I really think that CM Punk could submit Floyd Mayweather in under 90 seconds. If CM Punk can manage to take a single punch, he could. But we don't know if he can because we've never seen CM Punk get punched on the feet outside of some training videos. However, anybody who has had any extended training on the ground should be able to submit him with the quickness. We saw James Toney step into the cage like 7-8 years ago, and Randy Couture in his mid-40s hit a low ankle pick, single leg on James Toney and took him down. I can count on one hand how many times I've seen a low ankle pick single leg work in the UFC since the Ultimate Fighter era. Like, I'm sure it happened a lot in the 1990s and stuff when people didn't really know what they were doing. Vinny Fernando says the thing about is Floyd versus Joe Schmo in MMA probably does at least 1 million buys. Yeah, it does. That's the point. It probably does 2 million buys, to be honest with you. The curiosity of Floyd Mayweather stepping over into that MMA world and competing. Yeah, I mean, that's a real thing. Somebody says Conor's never going to defend the belt. Maybe he defends it against Mayweather. Like, I mean, it's a possibility. They had some stupid ass money belt. That would be the funniest thing is if they put the money belt on the line in this fight. Make it cross promotional, like the IGF, the Inoki Genome Federation Championship, where they would defend it in works and shoots. That would be something. Then Conor Mayweather can take it to WWE too. That belt is ugly as hell, by the way. Of course, we're going to have more on this all throughout as the news picks up, but you expect the news to kind of slow down ahead of Christmas. It doesn't. Of course, if you were listening to this live, we have the List and Your Boy podcast today at 3 p.m. Eastern. And maybe this weekend at some point, since we're kind of, there's not a lot going on, I'll do a Q&A video, something like that. I do have my Fightful Books at Royal Rumble Changes podcast coming out very soon. Have that NWA feature. But hit me up on Twitter at Sean Ross Sapp. Go follow us on Instagram at Fightful Online. We are super active over there. And of course, subscribe, like, thumbs up, and visit Fightful.com. You can always ask me questions over on the Fightful.com forums. There you see a little sidebar. I answer all the questions over there. Until next time, guys, thank you guys so much. We're out.